Hi, this is immigration attorney Emel Ersan, and I wanted to make a video today about how people get deported. This is November of 2019, and I wanted to give an update as to how people are getting deported these days, just a heads up for everyone. So the first thing that you need to know is immigration field offices do detain people. So if you have an appointment with immigration and you think that you might be deportable, watch out for that. And also ICE offices where people go to report are also places where you will be detained if you have a deportation issue. The second thing you need to know is if you have a deportation order. Now, it could be called many different things. It could be called an expedited removal. It could be called a deportation order. It could be called an order of removal. These all mean the same thing. It's a deportation order or a removal order, which makes them able to detain you. Now, the next question is what happens when they detain me? They will take you to a local office, a local ICE office. You might be there for a day or two, maybe less. Then they'll transport you, like here in Tampa, they'll transport you to Miami Crome, and you will be taken in. You could be there for days, weeks, even months. It depends on what your case is, whether or not you have the right to appeal your order of removal. And then your lawyer can ask for bond. Bond means, can you let me out while I'm waiting for my next court date? Warning, bond hearings have been very unsuccessful lately. Very few people are getting bonds. It's not like how it used to be where you would pay $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 and be allowed to get out of detention and then go to court on your own, but that is not very likely these days. So you could be in detention for, like I said, days, weeks, or months. I had a client who was detained on a Friday. Within 10 days, he was put on a plane and taken back to his country. Now, one of the things that people really have to understand is this. You must go to all court hearings. If you have a court hearing, an immigration court hearing, do not avoid it. Do not ignore it. Don't think that if you get married later or you have some way to get a green card, you could bypass it. A judge's order is not changeable. Some people come in a couple of months after they got the order of removal, or they didn't go to court and got the order of removal. They say, well, you know what, can I get it reopened? No, it is very hard to reopen deportation orders. So if you have a court date, you must attend. There is no excuse for you not to attend. The only excuse that they would really accept is if you have a parent that died or you were gravely ill. So don't think that it's like a traffic ticket. It's a federal court order telling you you need to come into court. The other thing that people need to watch out for is do not file for anything with immigration unless you think that there's a very good chance that you're going to win that filing. So if you have a marriage case or asylum case or anything like that, if you fail, if the case is denied, most likely they will send you what's called an NTA, notice to appear, and that's basically the beginning of a deportation proceedings. So they're starting to try to deport you. So these are my tips. One other tip that I do want to give is if someone that you love is being detained, there's an ICE locator website where you can find out where they are. It takes days for them to upload it. Oftentimes, even as an experienced attorney, I can't find my client for days. It's not listed on the system. And then sometimes by the time I find them, they're already transported somewhere else or even deported. So to avoid all of this, you need to go to your deportation hearings. You need to make sure that you don't file anything unless you think that you have a very good chance of winning it. And you need to be careful going into these immigration offices if you have a deportation order. Hope this helped.